Action. Everywhere action. Action. You've got to stop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You told me come back to you in June. Tribute.
So now we're gonna go to business affairs at Jetstar.
You know?
Palmer, famous Jetstar. So we're going to the business affairs department. So we're carrying the kids so they can get some.
So this is a very important radio.
No camera, no camera. No camera. I can see that just the way she's sitting there.
We can become in life. That's the kind of angle. We're anti-gun, anti-knife, you know, that's the whole thing. MDMA, the concept of trying to bring these together.
Well, I'm Hugh Francis. Yes? Let me welcome you, first of all, gentlemen, to what is probably the flagship of British business, period, and then probably the home of UK reggae. Not just in the UK, but across the world, we're probably one of the biggest, certainly in the UK, if not in Europe. We won't go too far to find anything bigger than we are in terms of reggae music and in terms of our commitment. My name is Hugh Francis, and I want to get to know you very quickly. What's your name? What's your name? And yours? Troy. You are? Elijah. Ricky. Russell Riley. This guy, I used to play as well. I used to play the
Great guitarist this as well. And this 90 degrees.
That's right. Eddie Grants and people like this.
Yeah.
We grew up around the same area over in North London, and they had a band called Black Slate. They had a massive hit with a track called Sticksman, which I think went into the UK national charts. So you have among you someone who's already been there, and somehow we've got to inject him with a kind of inspiration again to remember those times, because believe me, what you've done in the past, you can do again. And what others have done, you too can duplicate that. There's a little youngster that I used to know over in Tottenham, and that youngster, he was about that tall, and I used to put on what was known as talent shows called Star Search. And this youngster, this little black guy from Finsbury Park, he was a better Michael Jackson than Michael Jackson was Michael Jackson. And that told me, you know, that if we study enough of what someone has done, we can also duplicate it. Imagine if that youngster was studying how to make money. And if he was able to duplicate Michael Jackson better than Michael Jackson, I believe that if he was able to duplicate what someone who's making money and being in business, he'd be able to do that too. So I'm saying to you that coming here today, I don't want you to just imagine that you're coming up some steps. I want you to imagine that you've come up some very special steps in terms of your life. You understand me? You've come up now at a level where you have no reason, no excuse for not going out there now and being successful. Come, let me take you into my office, and that way we can have a little one-to-one. All right? Where we make things happen and we spread it out across the world. Beenie Man came through the door the same way that you did just now. And we went on to create a track, a big track of his called Who Am I? Girls and Sugar, Who Am I? You know, big track started right here in this office. I want you to touch this desk and know that when you leave here today, you have been and you've seen what is possible. You now just need to go out, stand up on our shoulders and just tell the world, we are ready to be productive. Don't go around wandering and holding your head down and wonder what you could become. Know that you've been put on this planet to be successful and to do good. All you've got to do is, people need to remind you, because the media doesn't do that. If you watch the media and if you listen to the media, they'll drive you into the ground, because all they say about me and you are bad things. You understand me? So don't expect them to say you're good. You just go out there, Don't wait for them to congratulate you. Don't wait for them to offer you nothing. Just go out there, be an inventor, create something, because musically that's what we do. We create and they copy, and they have mass media that gets them successful. Right here is where we do all the publishing, all the contracts. I take care of all of that. Within this company you have not only this particular part, but you have the studio, which Valerie is going to tell you a bit about later. We have also the media department, which does the video. We have the mastering room. We have the sales team next door. We have the A&R team here. We have the designers upstairs who designs the sleeves and everything. We have the manufacturing part upstairs. We send the product out and bring it back into this building. We have the drivers who take the stuff from here and deliver it to all the stores. So we are so independent that we can get you in as the artist to go and record the music, come up here, we do the contract, put it there, get the sleeve done, put it on the van, take it out, take it to the shops and to the radio station. There's nothing that we can't do. It didn't happen overnight. It started with 3 brothers from Jamaica. 3 of them were Carl Palmer, Harry Palmer, and I can't remember what the other one was called. I don't think he's in music anymore. They started in the 60s, coming from Jamaica, nobody to help them, but they found a way. And from the Palmer Brothers, it grew into what it is today, Jetstar. And I'm saying to you without fear of contradiction, our commitment to reggae music is second to none. You know, we do everything possible to make sure that people get access to reggae music. And throughout the years that they've been in business, they've been able to create employment for a lot of people. So I'm saying to you, gentlemen, I don't know what part of the industry you want to go into. I don't know which industry you want to be into. But right now, you're touring what is a music company. You may decide you want to be a producer, performer. You may want to be a manager. You may want to be an agent. You may want to be the designer who designs the clothes. You may want to open up a radio station. There's a lot of things that you can do. All we need is one successful act, and you can see people like Eminem and 50 Cent. When they just one act, I can imagine the amount of people that they employ. So all we need to do is just create successful acts, and a lot of employees can be going through that. But you know, guys, I'm saying to you, I grew up in Tottenham. I didn't have too many people around me either. But I, growing up in Tottenham, I decided I wanted to play the guitar. And that's how I met up with people like Russell Roy that you see. And I just went about finding ways to make it happen. I didn't know how it was going to happen. But I'm saying I don't care what anybody tells me. That's where I'm going. Every day I'm pushing further and further and further. And you know what? As people see you in that way and that kind of spirit, people will say, you know what, I'm going to help you to the next step. And the next person sees you and they say, you're trying hard, they say, I'll help you to the next step. And people will be ready to help you if you prove that you're helping yourself. And that's all you have to do. Gentlemen, I don't want to talk too much. I think you got the idea, but you can ask me any question you want to ask me right now. But I want to tell you just before I end on that I believe in each one of you, and I believe that you can go out there tomorrow and make a difference. When you're successful, all you got to promise me is that you'll go back into the community and you'll see the youngsters and you'll tell them how you did it and you will give them a hand. That's all I'm asking in return. If you can do that, I'll consider then that we're on the road to success. Any questions? It doesn't matter what it is. Yeah. Don't forget we're friends, you know. I introduced myself, we shook hands. So don't be shy. If you're shy with me, you're going to be shy out there. Forget the shyness. Suspend that shyness. Just be good. No questions at all?
Yeah.
Go on then.
See, like if you're producing, how would you go about making your stuff not get copied out there and
not getting copied?
Legal to. So if a guy hears it, he wants to use it. He needs to talk to you, or how do you go about that?
Let me put it to you this way. A piece of music is a property just like your car or your house. It's a property, and you who create that owns it until you license it to anybody else. When you make a piece of music, it doesn't matter if it's just words or a little practice on your guitar.
But you don't own it until you copyright it, though.
You own it the minute you think of it.
Yeah, but you have to copyright it, because if you don't copyright it, someone could just take that and copyright it. And
that it doesn't mean you didn't own it. What I'm saying is, you own it, but in order to protect that ownership, you've got to copyright it. You don't have to copyright it to own it. You already own it. That's why you can copyright it. The first thing you do is that you put it on cassette, or if you put it on paper, you just stick it in an envelope, seal the envelope up, just record it, delivery, send it back to yourself, don't open it. If anybody comes up with another music that's yours, one day the envelope that you posted will have a post date on it. And you go into any court and say to the judge, there is an envelope, open it up, look at the post date, and see that it was me who created it 5 years ago. This man has only just created it. You decide now, judge, who had it first. That is one way to prove it. The other way is to join an organization, send it to them, leave it there, or go to your lawyer, go to your bank manager, or even go to anybody you know, tell them, lock that away for me. One day it's going to be big, and I don't want Bob Marley or anybody else to copy it and then claim that it's theirs, all right?
So you have to pay for that one you bring, send it to a bigger...
Yeah, you have to pay. You join things. Everything in this, we live in what is known as a capital society, which is driven by capital. That's all it is, money. So everything is money.
Yeah.
But believe me, don't wait for the money to come. Just go and seek help. And there is always going to be an organization there that's doing it voluntary that will help you. People will give you advice. All right? So let me say this, gentlemen. Whatever it is you want to do, go out and do it. Don't wait for the perfect moment to come, to wait for it to fall in your lap. Don't just make a song and say, boy, I'm going home, I'm going to watch MTV Base and see my videos on it. It ain't going to happen like that. You're going to have to fight, you're going to have to push doors, you're going to have to kick doors down, people are going to slam doors in your face. You've got to develop a resilience to say, okay, some people say no. It doesn't mean no forever, it means no, not now. So you go home, you do some homework, come back to the same door again. Sometimes you may have to say, you know what, door, I'm going to have to force you open because somehow when I knock, you're not opening. But make sure when you do that you have something in your hand that is more valuable than the door, because he may tell you got to pay for that door. You understand me? Any more questions? And what they do, you'll probably end up downstairs and you'll see where all the vinyls, all the CDs are, and how they leave the building. You'll probably go into the sales team. So there's a lot more for you to know. My bit is just one little bit. What I'm saying to you guys, I came from where you are. I grew up in Tottenham. Hung around with Russell Roy and them. I met a guy called Eddie Grant, and he kind of guided me a little bit into the business. He was our producer for a long time. We ended up on Top of the Pops. We toured the world. We did a whole lot of things. You know, whilst I was doing all of that, when I went back home to Tottenham, people used to say to me, the little kids used to come, how did you do it? How did you start? How did you come out of Tottenham? Went on Top of the Pops. We went there, tell us all about it. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to have to start telling you what happened, because clearly nobody's coming back to say to you it's possible. And I decided to come back and say I'll find myself a black company who's ready to go somewhere, and I'm going to join that company and contribute to what I've learned in the way that I can. And that's how I ended up at Jetstar. All right? Hopefully some of what I said to you today will trigger a pulse. All of it won't. All of it you'll think, oh, it was just talking, I didn't quite get it. One day when you're sleeping or when you're walking, a little bit will come again and another little bit will come. All I ask is that you remember that I told you that you can be successful. You don't have to go and get no other arm, because you got two just like everybody else. You got 2 ears, 2 eyes. There are people who don't even have 2 arms, and they are very, very successful. They can produce. You got it. Enough said. I think you understand what I'm saying. Gentlemen, you're made in a way that you can be successful. Nobody out there is any better than you are. All you need to do is remember, I'm telling you that you're equal to the best available. Do you agree with me? Let's go. Good luck, guys. Enjoy your stay here today. And next time I see you, I want to see you talking to the same youngsters and telling them how you did it. All right? Bye-bye then. All right. What section is this, by the way? What section is this, by the way? What section is this?
This is the sales room.
This is the sales start, yeah?
Sales room where a lot of sales are made and all the record shops are contacted.
Oh, is it?
How to get our stuff out there.
Just to know what you're doing as well. You've been an artist.
Yeah. Sorry, Tony, can you tell them what you're actually doing here?
Okay, well this is the main sales office for UK. So basically our job in here is to every week we have new releases coming through all the time. Some of those are full price ones, some of them are mid price, some will be CD, some will be vinyl, some of them will be American imports. So our job in here is to serve the customers and to communicate. And by communication, what I mean is that we all have our own customers. Each person has a customer base, so obviously we get to know that person. And our job is to communicate what's coming in. You know, I've got some really good 7-inches here. You know, there's quite a lot of good dancehall this week. It's Bounty Killer, Cable 2, Anthony B. Sizzler. And the next thing is we've got a new album, and we've had a good one the last 2 weeks. It's happened to be Grime. And this guy Shizzle is one of the hottest artists in grime, so we've been pushing that one. And you know, we're telling our customers, each shop, each chain store outlet, because we have direct access to some of the chain stores as well. We're going through with them the list of everything new and trying to encourage their interest on behalf of the artists and on behalf of the labels. So you know, it's challenging and it's interesting, and often we'll run special promotions where we look at one catalogue, and if a dealer buys so many, you will get one free and stuff like that to encourage them, you know. But that's really one of the main functions in this office, and obviously to serve as well, because we get incoming calls, and the customer might say to us, "Oh, I've got a customer in the shop and he wants to know everything you've got on berries." So we're going through the Berries Hammond list of what's in stock at this moment, and then he's maybe got the customer behind the counter whilst you're on the phone with him, and he'll come back, you know, he'll go back to that customer and say, "Look, on berries you can have that out, that CD, that CD, that CD." So we're here as well to serve, to answer queries, you know, anything really. It's
So from here you supply record shops as well?
well, yeah, that's the whole, everything I've said the last 5 minutes is about supplying record shops, because when I'm finished with that order, then I run it through the computer, and then that goes into the CD department. Then the CD department picks everything they've got and they tick off, and then from there it goes downstairs, and then that's where the packing's done, and that's where they'll finally invoice the order. So my phone call in here or any of my team here, the team that's in an order, and then that will go through the various departments, and so it'll go out tonight, you know, it'll go on the courier, or it'll go by post. And Jetstar are very good with our customers, because some distributors, they have minimum orders of, say, you know, £50, £100. With us, we're very good with the customers that if they only happen to want 2 today, then we send out 2, and they just get charged for that product, you know. So we make it easy for the customers that we deal with. But yeah, it's an interesting challenge every day, because some days, you know, feel a bit more free-flowing than others, and you know, you're obviously creating as much enthusiasm as you can around what you've got. And then you get trends. You suddenly get a trend where a rhythm like drop leaf is hot, and dealers are phoning us, "I want more drop leaf," you know, because it's a fast runner. So you get that sort of situation as well. But you know, you get to realise that in reggae, it's all about the different factions. You know, there's the dub element, there's the lovers element, there's the dancehall element. So, and we'll get some customers who'll say to us, "I want to spend so much, you know, put some stock in, covering those different areas, so that, you know, we're putting in stock that hopefully when a customer walks into the shop, whatever part of reggae they like, there's going to be something there for them."
No, my uncle picks up.
Yeah, good. Well, I hope he gets good service. But that's the main thing, to leave that mood with the dealer, that when he phones you, he gets good service, and that we're good on communicating, so that when we finish with the call, he knows everything that's coming that might interest him. And that's another point, actually, we get to know the taste of dealers. Some dealers are mainly vinyl. You know, some dealers are stronger on dancehall than, say, they are on some of the old retrospective stuff. Other dealers in London, they'll be in a market or whatever, and they sell all the old stuff, you know, the early King Tubby and In Heights, Fuji Bantam and Studio One and Treasure Isle and stuff like that. So you know that with that particular dealer, when you get any stuff in that's retrospective, classic, old, go straight to that dealer, because he loves that old stuff, early roots. So, you know, it's interesting. Task every day. It frightens me a bit now. The younger people, and the reason why the younger people frighten me is because they seem to want everything for nothing. You know,
That's what I was going to ask. How did you get past the
freebie?
what's the I can't remember, but yeah.
I mean,
like, basically
that's frightening.
downloading.
In the long term, that is frightening, because if everybody who's young wants something for nothing, I ain't going to buy that film, I'm going to copy it, I don't want that CD. The danger is there's going to be nothing left, because it's very, very costly even putting a single out. If you guys get to that stage of putting a single out, number one, it's very costly, and number two, for how many you put out, only one will actually day, because it's the law of averages. So investing in the music business is a big thing. It's a lot of money. You know, doing promotion, doing adverts. You know, one advert can cost 500 quid or maybe £2,000. And if we end up in a scenario where everybody wants to run it for nothing, it'll all grind to a halt. Can't happen. Imagine how much it costs to make Gladiator as a movie. No, it would be mind-blowing. It'd be mind-blowing. So that's one thing that, looking into the future, it scares me a bit, because you can't go that route, not really. You know, it's a very selfish individual route.
What sort of music do you distribute here?
Reggae.
It's mainly reggae. It's probably 75% reggae, but gospel is a very growing area. We find that the gospel is increasing all the time. Soca, we do soca.
You've got an R&B department.
Yeah, we do some R&B, and as I say, grime and jungle. We've got some of the best in jungle on jungle hits.
Yeah,
so that goes very well. Imports, we'll bring imports in, and we'll have some rap and some soul and jungle, not jungle, the hip hop. So.
See the way the music sold. What is it like? Is it between a contract thing, or is it just can it be between the artists as well? Say if like an artist had a certain way he wanted to sell his music, like styles of music or something like that. Does he get a say in that kind of? In that route, or is it all on a contract?
Yeah, that's in the communication between that artist and another part of the company. That will be A&R, and if the artist has got preferences when he's signing with the company or doing a deal for some product he's pressed himself or whatever, then those finite things would come out in that discussion and presumably would be passed on to us. But that's really more the creative side of that's another area. I mean, normally I find that an artist, he just wants you to sell as many as you can. Yeah, that's basically what it's about, isn't it, at the end of the day, and we try hard to do that.
Brilliant. Okay.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so thank you. Thank you. All the best.
It's a big time TV thing around here, so talking now. Huh? Probably enough for them, eh?
Yeah.
Female. 4-5. Yes. No, I have a vehicle out there. I don't have 4-wheel. I have a car, Jeep. What? Jeep. Is that black here? Yeah. Alright, I leave right now. My watch is a big dick going.
One is them.
Of what they are. You get used to what they are. And when we pick them, we take them downstairs and see the type of artists. And you walk them around, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. No.
I'm trying to keep our Akins way nowhere so that they get the youth then more.
Oh right, oh you bought them?
Yeah.
Okay. From where?
From Summit.
He wants to be a star. Anybody talking so loud, taking pictures, and he would have climbed up like a mouse and not be seen. Then he wouldn't have been heard, he wouldn't have been seen. You get what I'm saying? I mean, obviously he wants to be starring quick, catching quick. It's the final sound. It's the final sound.
It's ID. Phoenix. Phoenix. Where the yellow man section there?
Don't just say that word, man. What's the matter with you?
Them now call them want some CD.
Take it up, man. You know where to take
Where
it
the
from.
yellow man CD them?
Pick the one up there, you pick it up here, and then you change it. It gets invoiced on here. So what we do, we just put the number in, and it will come up for what Tony did upstairs. Should match the paper, same quantity or whatever. When it gets invoiced, it then goes on the end of the desk there, and Reg packs them up and send them out to them.
Reg is the last stop.
Reg is a very, very
away.
important man. I need him to talk
He's
to
Mr. Palmer's left,
Right.
He's a very
and
important
central man from back in the days when Mr. P had his shop.
There was a little boy coming in.
After it's been invoiced,
He
it goes
running
to Reg.
away. He learned the bashfulness from Mr. P. They're bashful.
There you go. That's my job. That's my job finished.
Right. Well, from here, we're going to go upstairs now.
Alright, sis.
I think that's when we go. I feel we're going to see the boss.
The archery. All the CD covers and all the posters get made. Yes. So you guys have to know this room because when your product is done, you want to come in and
You're the producer. Okay. And what is it? R&B, hip hop. Okay. And that's the definite diary. Eh?
A new style of reggae.
Yeah, well, you know,
that's
grime reggae.
We want to hear it then, you know. See, no one ever comes with their stuff. Everyone.
He's got his stuff. He's got his stuff. Look, he's got some stuff that he's there. He's a young proto trying to do his own little artwork. He's brought his little stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? It all happens here. And we get loads of people, whether they're hip hop people, young people like you lot, man, coming in with their CDs all done already, the music all produced and whatever. They've even had the artwork done, the CDs all compiled and created and that. And basically, we just basically manufacture it for them and distribute it. You know, even they may not even want distribution, they may know already how they're going to distribute it as well. So you might know a lot of men like that as well, because there's so many people that come here. So yeah, it seems like there's a lot of you lot that seem to be into quite entrepreneurial. I don't know where that's come from. Maybe you lot seen the Americans or something. Because back in my time, boy, no one was on that at all. You know what I mean? But I suppose there wasn't no avenues to do it. You know what I mean? You might have had the talent, but you didn't know where to actually push it and control it yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's
yeah, in a way, yeah.
I do approve of that.
So you guys are the ones that really saw the reggae hits that I see on TV and
yeah, it's all us. I mean, the video stuff, I don't know if you've seen Karen downstairs.
No, we're not up there yet. We're going to get there soon.
She creates all the videos, depending on what client we have. She creates the videos, she creates a look for them.
Ding ding and all of that.
Videos, as in like the ragga videos or R&B.
What we see on TV.
Yeah. There's a structure to it as well. Because type of video, the more obviously, the more money you got, the better. But obviously, still, you'll still get a reasonably good video, even at the lowest.
So what is the lowest quality, and what's the price of the lowest quality video?
Well, that's when you go down this here, you will get that information.
We'll know that when we go into the production manager.
Because I swear I saw, anyway,
I
think I saw a shoulder as well.
You know what I mean? You may well have done actually.
Yeah.
Good vibes that you talk.
Well, yeah, I like to see you lot coming in quite positive. And like I say, most of the young people that come in here, they really do seem to be in control of most of their stuff. You know what I mean? And they know where they're going with it and how they want to put it out, which is quite unusual. You know what I mean? And it seems to be like filtering in like that. Everybody that comes in, oh no, we know where it's going. We know what we're going to say. We know what shops it's going, all the independent record stores and whatever. They even know about putting it into the bigger stores like HMV and stuff like that. So again, it's quite a surprise. Like, right, okay, you don't really need me. I just put your thing out and get it printed then. You know what I mean? So it's nice to see. It's nice to see what's quite good up. I'm pretty sure what direction they're going.
an artist coming from inside.
I don't know what you lot
how much that cost?
Depending on how long you wanted to spend on it. If you wanted to spend, like, I don't know, because I know people's budgets are tight. Obviously, they'll come to some sort of arrangement, but if you wanted a bit more time spent on it, to say, like, I don't know, a day, you're looking at, I don't know, maybe £200 or something like that. You know what I mean? You know, things can be arranged, especially now you lot are trying to do your own thing. We're always willing to help, you know what I mean? It's not like set in stone. It's not like, oh, well, you have to pay that. No, you see potential. There's potential there, then obviously they may even ask for a bit of investment. They might want to invest in so, you know, let's go. Not set in stone. So you want to help with you really have to get out of that mentality whereby I help a bridging out, bridging and help myself yourself. Obviously, I need to, you know, I'll pay for whatever you have if I want it. You know, if you've got a good enough product, I'll buy it. Simple. But don't try and hit your bets all the time, trying to angle. You can't do that anywhere else. Can you go into Tesco now? You can't go into B&Q now. You can't go nowhere and angle. It's a business. That's it. End of. You know what I mean? That's how businesses work. That's it. That's the mentality. You know, the sooner that happens, the better.
Absolutely. I could see it happening. It was mine. It's easy to find. I just was.
He's the one him, like they're a year older than me. Like him and a couple of boys with me, the one that got here.
I think so. Have you been to production, Philip?
No.
He's further down the corridor. That's his neck of the woods as well. But he can tell you, yeah, there are ways to do it. You know what I mean? And obviously, this company is looking at particular ways to kind of combat certain things. Obviously, privacy being number one. Because you do an X amount of pounds. If you've got a product out and it's fresh and brand and it's a hit, and well, just take one person and they've got to burn it off.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, I mean, if they're willing to potentially buy a decent printer, like let's say they buy a top-end printer, they invest in the best paper quality, and even buy the jewel case, because you can get these jewel cases. Yeah. You can just put your thing up, that's it, and sell it for like £4, £3, and where's you? You know what I mean? You're begging bread trying, and it's your thing, you created it, and someone's selling it for that. You know what I mean? So that's a potential problem. Yeah.
What are you? No, well, see, that's Otis' department. I was just going to ask you, how do you guys combat?
Well, yeah, that isn't me. That isn't me personally. I don't really know how they try, but they are trying. You know what I mean? They are definitely trying to, you know, trying to put blockages on certain things. But it's a hard thing because it moves. You know, once you find a way to defend against one thing,
someone else
finds it. Like how people thieve cars and stuff. It's like, oh yeah, we've got the best mechanisms, and then the next look at Wi-Fi and somewhere doing it, and he's into it. He's into it already, and it spreads like Wi-Fi. And then you have to. It's the constant. You keep it's in motion. It's always in motion. You just got to keep ahead of the game or try to. You know what I mean? That's all it is. I mean, having things like, you know, you got facts, and even on the American ones, they got federal badges and all that on it. That doesn't deter nobody. If they got a way to crack it, they'll crack it. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean anything. A man's willing to sacrifice himself and burn how many thousands of CDs just to make some change. So, you know what I mean? It's a tough thing to deal with.
Business,
you know what I mean? That's reality, and that's what the company is like. These face every day. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But like I say, speak to Philip, he'll give you a bit more in-depth information.
All right then, sir. Thanks a lot.
Can you tell the young men what you're basically doing here?
What exactly?
What are you doing here?
It's accounts, and it's royalty department, and Hero works as a purchase ledger, and one lady is on 6 is doing such ledger. And there's a Sikisha, she comes every Friday and sort out the whatever temp jobs. Thanks.
Right, let's go through and see Philip. Come on.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Effie.
You're right, love.
Fine, thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
That's right.
I'm mad because I put it all together. You see me?
Okay. Alright.
So you can tell them what you're doing here.
Put together to put the albums together that we put out have to come through here. So we're responsible for making sure that everything goes out right. We coordinate the design, we coordinate the mastering, everything from A&R comes up through here, and so our duty is to make sure everything goes out correct. We then obviously have to place the orders with the plants for whether it's CDs, DVDs, cassettes, posters, enhanced CDs with videos on them, anything it is, we place those orders with plants. We use plants, a few plants in the UK, a couple of plants in Europe as well. You have to juggle around a little bit to make sure you've always got that turnover of products coming in.
What's that? Distributors, right?
So yeah.
What's that?
So CD pressing plants, DVDs,
For example,
vinyl.
if you wanted to have a product made, you come to Philip and you, how much it's going to cost you to do your CD, your artwork, he'll give you a round price for everything. That's what he's actually saying. And the final product, even down
So
to
for
the...
something like this,
yep.
Yes.
how much, all in all, including the artwork, the packaging, the, obviously you lot do the CD as well, the
Manufactured CD itself? Yeah.
Like,
To get something like this manufactured, from your artwork already completed and your CD master completed, with the VAT, you'd look at about £530 for 1,000 units.
For 1,000 CDs?
For 1,000 CDs, yeah.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Not that bad,
That's
is it?
good.
I thought you come up here and hear that for yourself.
Yeah, that's
it's not as expensive as you think. I mean, having said that, there are places that are a lot more expensive. We are one of the cheapest in the UK for manufacturing right now.
So, like, that's what does that include? I'm not talking about that. After you've done your tunes, you've gone through your mixing, you've got your you've gone to a mastering place, you've got your things mastered.
That's right.
And then you come here, like,
That's
looking
right.
to get your picture on the CD, all that stuff, and
That's right. What we do, that price is from when you've got your artwork designed already.
okay,
That's all the manufacturing process. So that's for printing. Okay, this is an example. So this is for doing everything in here. So printing of the paper parts, the booklet,
Barcode, everything.
and everything in there. Printing on the CD, injection molding the CD
Yeah.
itself. Right.
yeah.
Now we can do everything else involved. We can do the artwork. We have a
Artwork,
graphic design team who've met already. We can do that for a price. We can do the mastering. We've got a mastering suite downstairs as well. I'm assuming you haven't been to the studio then either.
Some have, but some had just arrived. So because he wanted to go to lunch, we started off with you first.
Okay.
And I've worked our way. We'll end up in the studio.
Okay. And obviously, so we can do everything here from concept through to putting it on the shelves in the stores, because we've got 2 production studios downstairs, we've got the mastering suite, we've got the design up here.
But to do all of that,
When we go downstairs.
that costs a lot of people, doesn't it?
Well, at the end of the day, people can do it at different levels. We get some people who come in and
Unless
they've
it's
done everything from start to finish in here. But then turn around, some people may say, well, you know what, we're already making our tunes at home. We're doing things, we've got a little studio here, we're doing things on, but they may come in here to mix because they can get a bigger sound in here. And they may say, all right, well, we want a professional finish, so they're going to say, well, we'll come in here to do the mastering as well. So it's all about getting the best thing for your money. Because no one out there, no one out there has got money to waste right now. So it makes sense, you know, if you've got something to work with, you can start somewhere else, do that, then come in here, do your finish off, and then do the mastering, everything else.
Okay, so all of this plus your
designing,
right? Your mixing and your mastering. How much would that cost?
With that,
Depends on hours.
Depends on hours.
That depends on it. That's
How much is it per hour? Is it what is it, like £100 an hour for mastering?
Well, that's like big company price that we charge a major company coming in. But obviously, once you speak to Valerie will talk to you on a much more down to earth basis when it comes to the prices.
Because I can't remember where it was, because we went to our mastering place to master our mixing. It was like £100 an hour. We only spent 2 hours anyway, but it was like £100 an hour. And it was like, wow! Imagine if we bought an album and we wanted to mix it, because it's a mixtape. We did it as one. Do you understand what I'm saying? So imagine if it was an album and you had to do it each on each track. You're paying a lot of you're paying a lot of money. So it was like
our standard rate for our mastering suite is £50 an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's heavy work.
I mean, what stage you guys at? What do you do? You produce, ready to go? Anything you're going to start doing?
That's what we're doing now.
I'm in the process
of
of
our job. I mean, everyone's putting together now. We've got an antidote ammo for them, so we're getting. So we want them to see the after effects.
Okay. All right. Well, what we'll do, I'm sure Valerie will talk to you about the studio for the mastering suite. If anyone you wanted to come down and do some mastering here as an introduction for you, we'll do a half price rate for the mastering if you want to come down here and do something.
Oh, that's serious,
Yeah, we encouraged you then. I was going to tell you all that.
So
Valerie, I want to bring down Junior Mix.
No, calm down.
Yeah,
calm down.
I want to talk to you about that. I want to bring down Junior Mix.
Okay.
6 weeks holiday coming up.
Okay.
So what kind of music do you do?
R&B, hip hop, reggae, hip hop.
Not a grime in here and all that.
Puerto.
Everyone varies. Junior, I just reggae.
So how long you guys been doing that now?
I've been in it for years. That's why I'm asking you all these questions, because I was around, I don't know if you know Martin Moulton.
Good.
I was around him for a little while doing some stuff like, but yeah, like basically I was around him for a little while. So I gathered a lot of information from him as well, having it being what it was, but I still gather information still.
Well, I think all the time you spend in an industry, particularly one like this, you're going to learn lots of things, some negative, some positive, but you can take a positive out of anything, because even something bad that happens to you, you learn something good from it. You know how not to approach something next time, or how to safeguard against something going wrong. So it's all good.
Thank you very much. You've been great.
Thank you. Thanks for coming down. Likewise.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is the man. This is the man that inspired me in the business from you. Am I right in saying that, Mr. P? Coming to see this whole thing. So it's nice. I feel like privileged that Valerie, everybody's just working with us. So comfortable with the camera.
Sorry.
He's not so comfortable with the camera.
This is I'm from in Jamaica. And we got a little young kid there. His name is Ricky Stone. He's a good kid. He's always good. He's always tried to do his best at anything he do. So at the school, everybody laugh after him because he got a bag over his shoulder that always hanging him down because he got all the books in there, and his glass is always lean, and they laugh after him in every way. But he's the one kid that waiting outside the classroom when the teacher come out and said, "Teacher, you say this, but I didn't understand it. Can you explain it to me?" And he make it note and put it right. That and all the bullies in the schoolyard would always pick on him. And you know that guy now in Jamaica is the head trade union man. They run the country on their own because in Jamaica they depend a lot on trade union. He run the country because he was good. Anything you do, you don't care what the fighters say to you. You just being good. What I'm trying to say to you, man, you are the men of tomorrow. And you have to be good at what you do. But sit back and wait and gifts and presents and all that, it won't work. You have to make a better tomorrow for the society around you. And any one of you men could be in a seat like this 10 years from now. It all depends on what you want in life. Life is what you make it. And I'm from a poor background. Didn't nothing come from my parents to me, no nothing. But under that, I come in this country and I see opportunity and I take it. But I didn't take it because of stealing and drugs or anything. I go out to get the job done. And whenever I do anything, I always be good at it. And people that associate with me always want me to work with them again because I always try to be good. So I want you kids to leave here today with a determination to be good. Another point, the black women in this country, right? They were more or less the less because even the men looking down on them because the men come home, the women have to provide the food, they have to take care of the kids and all that, and the man just trying to grab the money to have a smoke or anything like that, and the woman have to fight against that. That was about 20 years ago. Now black women rule. They rule. They're the one with the checkbook. They're the one with the card. If you pass any one of these factories out there, you see the women driving them giving the men a lift. Because they didn't want to take that no more. They want to be in a position where at home they are partners. Not a man to go and do that. They said, let us do that. And they have achieved that. The men then bring home their money now and they share it and they plan the future together. First time it wasn't like that, man. Drop the money, take as much as you can to smoke and in the pub. And sometimes the kids go to school with cardboard in the shoes bottom. but now it's changed because the women demand change. They change their life. If you go into any big commerce now, you find a black woman as a secretary there, and they are very good. The managers will ask them, have you got any friend or sister you want to work, because they make it good for everybody else. So you kids, you know that you don't have to take second place. It's up to you. And especially in an industry like the music industry, a lot of men, they choose not to work for anybody. So they come into this industry and we create an industry for ourselves where we don't need nobody. We make the record ourselves, we press it ourselves, we take it on the break and sell it ourselves. But if you're going to come in and make beats to sell, it's no good tum-tum. You have to listen, what's happening? Why is Capital playing that? Why is Kiss playing that? And then you tune to that. If you want big money, you have to go for big beats. Look at the American kids then. Now, in any company that they associate with, they are partners because they demand to be a partner because their action create that opportunity for them. So I would like to see 5 years from now and 10 years from now, if I'm here, if you're in the music business, I have to be associated with you now. I'm glad to associate too because you're bringing so much to the industry. And if it's not this industry, anything you associate with. You see all these people who sacrificing to support you. You must make them be proud of you and say, boy, I was glad I make an effort for that kid. Look what him today. But it's not that you're doing them a favor to be here. They are supporting you to be good for tomorrow. Because we need a better nation. We need a better society. The footballers, the boxers are making big contribution because they're good at what they do. And you remember first time people used to fight, or even the black fighters fight, and they couldn't win on points. They develop a system that they can win. They do a knockout point system. So there's no question who will the fight. So I want when you men leave here today, you leave with a determination to make something of your life. And you pick out something that you want to do. Even window cleaner, you got to be the best window cleaner.
Absolutely.
So whatever you do it the best, and it will come. All right,
that's brilliant.
Thank you very much.
That's brilliant.
Thank you, Sophie.
So where have you been? Where have you been so far? Which part of
From the middle to downstairs to the very top.
Boss. Anybody know the importance? You know the importance of mastering? Because I know. All right. So because the mastering basically. Everybody good? For the mastering is like the final chance to make it happen. The thing is that you can't take it lightly. I mean, I used to look at it as like, okay, well, you push up levels a bit, kill and stuff like that, but it's only after you realise that when you're playing your stuff against something else, then it's like, well, how come it don't sound right? Or how there, or all right. So what basically happens is that you record your track. Obviously you know that, but you record your track, and I'd say every step of the way it needs to have professional ears. Every step of the way. So it's like, for argument's sake, if you've got Neptune doing your beat for you, you know that the beat's going to sound a certain way. But at the end of the day, if it's done on a laptop and it's hasn't been mastered, done in the bedroom and stuff like that, with their proper ears, then you know they can only do so much.
Yeah. But that all depends on the quality of your studio as well, isn't it?
Well, there you go. There you go. So it's about, you know, in terms of your ears, in terms of your experience, in terms of how where you know your equipment, etc., etc. I mean, you can do anything anywhere, just as long as you know the limitations and how to work around them. So with the mastering now, basically what we do is focus on volume, frequency, and space. Not to say that we can make something that's of a bad quality sound like, I don't know, like but we can get it
close to. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And the most, I mean, I think how we kind of look at it is that at least it should be able to play on the same album, and and not.
Sound weak against
out there. All right. Now the thing is that it's like, for argument's sake, have another listen to the Jack Hill tune, Your Love. Right, Love You, sorry. Right. If you listen to it, it's like they did it in a small joint and they've pushed it up. And when I say it's pushed up, it's literally frequency. It's right against. It's like them hit the ceiling and then it's pushing right up to the ceiling, you know. And you literally hear it straining, but you know the levels is good. And if you're not listening for it, and you're not,
you won't know.
You won't into the music like how we are. You won't notice. You just listen to the lyrics.
Exactly, and stuff like that. So basically, what we do. Let me just give you a quick demonstration of what G4. Yeah. Pro Tools HD.
Okay.
Just your basic Pro Tools CD.
Do you run Pro Tools backed up with anything else, or is it just Pro Tools?
Pro Tools, and we use like hardware.
Okay.
Because remember, it's just basic mastering.
So you don't.
All we need to do is through your EQ unit. All right, let me just give you a quick demo, because so you kind of know what's going on. This is let's see here. So for argument's sake, we might have. I mean, you might say, okay. If question, because I know a lot of you do know about mastering, but question: if for argument's sake you recorded a tune, produced it, mastered it, would there be any reason to master it again?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you might not get to the sound you wanted.
Okay, no. Got to the sound that you wanted. Everything's great. Would you need to master again at any point in time?
You're talking about compressing and stuff.
I'm just saying master.
Master.
So it will cover compression, EQ, volume. Imagine now you've just got a single, right? You've recorded a single, put the single out, bam, it's mashing up the place. Everywhere it plays, it beats down the place. Would there be any reason to master it again?
No, not unless you're going to remix it.
Nah, I mean, forget about remix. That's a whole new.
Or different styles of music, maybe like you need like for radio edited, or you can get different sounds in it. So you might maybe turn down the sound to remaster.
Okay. Well, I tell you what basically I do a lot here is that we do compilation albums. So they might have reggae hits, 2001 or whatever.
So you have to remaster it to that.
Right, because basically what you want to do, bless you. Basically what you're going to do is that you want the album to just basically sound like an album. You want it to sound like one, like the Jack Hill tune, for argument's sake, or one. You know what I mean? So you're going to basically you might remaster.
Ain't you remastering according to what compilation album you've got, or is it? Because it's not really you're remastering and you put that down, and then you remaster and you put that down. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you're remastering according to what's
right. Exactly. So for argument's sake, what I'll do now, I'll bring up the tunes on, I don't know, Pro Tools, or I might, for argument's sake, just play the CD, have a reference to one of the tracks. So for argument's sake, this is something.
I put it right there, made it easy for you to get to. Now you wanna act like you don't know what to do. After I've done everything that you asked me, grab you. Sometimes I can't find you. I'm starting to believe that. I put it right there, made it easy for you. I put it right there, made it easy.
use maybe that might be, I don't know, one of the tunes of the compilation, and I'll just.
I put it right there, made it easy for you to get to.
So you can hear it's still mastered, but it's still got a slight sound.
I put it right there, made it easy for you to get to. I put it right there. I put it right there, made it easy for you to
No bother with it, no bother with that. Let the move it from your body.
I put it right
there with it, no bother with the crap. Let the move it from your
I put it right
stand on high. Stand in the high. And it's not coming.
I put it right there, made it
Where do you want it?
I put it right there, made it easy for you to get to.
I need you alive. I said no bother with it, no bother with that.
I put it right
From off on your back, no bother with it, no bother with the stand on high.
I put it right
I need you alive.
I put it right there.
Roughly, that's basically roughly, you know? I mean, and that's and basically that's basically.
What's that piece of equipment there?
Well, this here is the magic button that I don't normally show, but no, I'm just joking. It's just actually a volume control because we normally use like the.
Is that the main volume control?
Yeah.
Are you working like? Basically, I know about this. Is this that main?
That's
volume?
just all that is. It's just going to the speakers.
Yeah.
That's all that's doing. So. Basically, we had the Pro control, but literally one day last week I switched it on and it just won't switch on. So that's in the repairs now. So we needed something to go to the speakers because it's coming straight from Pro Tools to the speakers. Not good. It's very frightening, you know. So yeah, so basically, that's basically what mastering is about, in a nutshell. Obviously, you wanna have the best quality that you can, but you know you can master on your computer as long as your ears are kind of tuned. These speakers here, why I would even though I've got equipment at home and stuff, I've got
what make are they?
M&K.
M&K.
Yeah, Miller and Cruzel or something like that. But I would always recommend, if you can, is if you believe in your product enough, spend the money.
Spend the things, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the thing is that these speakers here, even though, as I said, I've got equipment at home, it's still not the same.
Yeah.
When I come here and I play something that I might have mastered at home, it's like it sounds alright, but you can get the fine tune here.
Final touches. Yeah.
You know, and even though my ears are tuned to a certain level, you know, the speakers, you're only as good as your tools as well. You know, and I mean, each speaker you're looking at $3 grand a speaker.
Studio speakers,
you know what I mean? And then you've got
they're not
you've got the sub underneath here, which is like 500. Yeah. So you understand? So, looking at 12 to 13 grand. You know? Yeah.
How much is this piece of equipment?
This thing you're looking about, I think it's about 3.5.
3.5 grand. Yeah. It's a serious piece of equipment.
And then this here is like, this here is about $1 grand, about $2
But do they both run in concurrent with them, in conjunction with each other?
Yeah, I mean, basically we just plug.
That's an amp.
This is an equalizer.
Yeah.
This is the compressor.
Oh, that's the compressor right there,
yeah?
All right.
So basically what we did is we've got the CD coming through here. So these are just the different sets. This is just a disk drive. It's a good sturdy disk drive for this kind of work. Not to say that you can't use your regular disk drive, but it's just that this is the workhorse, so we can, you know, it basically does what we need it to do as a disk drive. We've got a CD machine, cassette machine. Obviously, some people still want stuff going from cassette, and a DAT machine. Now most people just bring CDs or whatever, but you still have the odd DAT. You know, everybody know what that is?
Yeah.
It's like a small video cassette, but it's digital. That was like the first.
It sounds crisper than CD certain times as well.
It's good because it is a good format, you know. But it's just that people prefer to use CDs and stuff, you know.
But you can put things on that and put move from that to CD anyway, innit?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you just bounce.
Ain't the quality crisper from that to CD than to put it straight on CD itself.
It's the funny thing is that I'm from the old school, right?
Yeah.
So I would normally say yes, go to tape because it does do something.
Yeah,
but because of nowadays, people's ears, the public's ears, the industry's ears are all tuned to that same sound card sound. You know what I mean? Whereas I'm really, for me, I like to listen to tape, you know, and that kind of stuff. But in saying that, when you listen to Dre stuff, and you know that it's coming straight from the tape, and it just sounds big and thick. You know what I mean? But in general, everybody's ears are just tuned to that digital sound. You know. So basically, what with Pro Tools, just like your PC stuff, but just a bit better in terms of quality. It allows you to, I can plug everything up to Pro Tools, and then I can actually use them as inserts. So I can patch it in, patch this in through there.
You only need one of them. 'Cause I see some people have like 6 or something like that.
You only need one if you're doing everything like doing the mixing and all that internal. The other thing that people tend to do is use it like a tape machine. So, for argument's sake, you know, the separate sounds, you've got your kick drum, your snare drum, hi-hats, vocals, and whatever. Everything goes separate on tracks like this. Now, normally, for the lower budget, you'd mix everything internally. But a lot of people, most people agree that if you had all those things separate and ran it into your mixing board separate, it will have a different sound. I don't know whether it's better or not, you know, but because the camera's running. But you know, it sounds different. So some people prefer these only have 8 outputs. So obviously 8 times 3 is 24. So you can allow the public to, you know, to see you as a star and stuff, but there's nothing better when they talk to you and they just see yourself. All of a sudden, that's like you become a even bigger. Hello, Master.
You ain't seen this one yet.
I think you've got cameras to pose with. We ain't got cameras to pose with. We have to use them.
I want them to know who's who. Because this is a very important establishment. These are young guys.
Can I record the vocals?
They don't know nothing about business. Yeah, everybody, because you know who's important. Everybody's important.
Yeah.
I can't take pictures of these. People think that on camera.
That time half of you done gone out on him. Ask Mr. P. Don't pick up done
It's very important that everybody knows what you are.
Okay, well let me focus on the speaking without that. Yeah. Okay, right. Fair enough. Yeah, it's important to know your craft, but you might have like a little budget or something. So you might be able to bring in an editor. So then you've got to know that you can deliver on your job. And also it's good to get an idea of that side of the craftsmanship of it. Because when you're shooting, and say you're being a director, I don't know what you guys are going to be, I'll ask you in a minute. But that you know how your project's going to be edited together. And that the limitations, that if you don't get a certain shot, maybe you can get away with it, or maybe your whole thing's going to fall apart. You know, so with filmmaking, there's very few people I know who don't know more than one thing. You know, most directors I know are also camera people. And that way you can also tell if someone's crap. You know what I mean? Like, what's that? What are you doing? You're paying someone a good camera, or bringing somebody in and they're not even as good as you. You know? Or you can direct them even better, like, oh, you didn't get enough coverage, you haven't got enough cutaways. You know what I mean? Or enough street shots or something, because you know what you're looking for. Yeah? What kind of group is this? Is it all multimedia?
Yeah, it's from over East London.
East London? Yeah. You bring up East London, it's a big day out. Yeah. I took half a day just to get up here.
That's the Van Elroy problem.
Okay, cool. What's the college?
It's from MDMP and Code 7. Code 7.
Code 7, yeah. What's the name of the course?
Well, it's literally what happened that these guys, they're working with the community, trying to get this youth them into the music business and show them.
Taking young buds up to the street, showing them what they can do, who they can be, if they put effort in it. These guys are musically inclined, whether producers or MCs, or musically inclined, and want to know how the other side of it goes. But apart from the training procedure and spitting lyrics, they want to know how it really goes. So one of them important here, where we are completely independent. Your own label?
Yeah, we're planning to open our own label.
Okay, what's stopping you right now from doing that? Basically. You can get funding. I mean, it's really hard. I was talking to someone today, they're doing education side of oceans, and they were saying that there's a couple of youths, and it's very difficult, but they haven't got funding. I think there's someone as well who's got funding from Princess Trust.
Me and my bedroom got funding from Princess Trust still. We had to write up our business plan and that.
Yeah.
But
you got it,
they declined us once and then...
But even again, you got it.
But it wasn't a lot though, it was only $3 grand. So
yeah, but how long does it take you to get 3,000? It doesn't wait for you to get 3 grand and people can go out and do another thing, isn't it? You know, and then also, crucially, you've done that once to somebody else. You know how that system works. With a certain type of mindset, I can't even buy some of that.
There's more than 100 different forms of those bodies that give out money.
Yeah.
So once you've got into that, into the niche of that, yes, and then you need to find out there's different criteria within the music for youths, for the area. Do you know what I mean? There's different criteria that give out different forms of money. So you're already on track when you got there first night.
Yeah.
So apart from money, say you have the money in your hand, what's else is stopping you? Have you got a hit record? Have you got a hit record? Well, how are you going to know if it's a hit?
I finish off, then I bring that back to and she'll tell everyone.
Are you giving it to DJs? You must have been that DJs, isn't it? So are your friends playing your music?
Yeah, you see, I'm a DJ.
I play more than you do. No matter if they're crap old school players, just to get them out there. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you got to do. Like,
but at the same time,
you've got friends and they're spitting and that.
Without, because we got our DJs.
What they sound like, what the beats are like, just promote them, innit? Just get them out there. People listen to them. And you get like ratings for them, innit? People say next tune, like when you come back to radio next tune, oh, you got that tune, you got that tune. Some people feel that, you get me? Like, especially when you're on the internet as well, people are listening all around the world and they're feeling like certain like I get a lot of American, German and Spanish listeners like listening to grime, you know what I mean? They love it out there.
Yeah.
There's not enough of it out there, innit? You gotta push it out.
Good. So what did you say? Okay, okay, so what? Yeah,
we've been everywhere now.
Studio time. We have to practice. Don't even say practice.
No, yeah, you mean practice.
Not even because practice is at home. Studio time is money.
Money is money. Well done.
You need to have your things ready and know what you're doing when you're coming to the studio.
Absolutely.
Boy, once that time starts,
hours is money.
But like this guy was saying, is that if you just capitalise on your resources, whatever you got, because I think this generation of youths is doing something really independent. Like you might have a brethren that's a manager, next brethren that's a producer, next brethren that might have the latest plugins for your Pro Tools that you can't really get, you know what I mean? And then you've got next brethren that might have access to a video camera because they can get it from the college at the weekend or the download. Do you know what I mean? You've got to like use each other's resources because then you can create a little empire.
Yeah, that's the self-job.
Well done.
But one thing about
the kind of
like the people our age nowadays, like some people when they see he's doing good, like, they start dragging others down.
You can't get involved in them type of people, That's why you're here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true.
This is the first step, isn't it? Or one of the many steps, isn't it?
So how many years did it take to get everything that you've got here in-house? Like, everything that you need around you? Because it seems like, like you did say, you don't have to go anywhere else for anything else. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got everything here. So how long did it take the whole establishment to get?
There's a couple of departments which are fairly new. I mean, Jetstar's been around for about 30 years. It's like a distribution company, But then they recognised maybe about a decade ago, there's certain aspects they just want to bring everything in-house.
So when was it?
But the mastering...
Everything?
Well, I said the last 2 areas is like my department and mastering. And I said to Jetstar about a long time ago, maybe about 6-8 years ago, you need to have multimedia. Because to me, as a multimedia person, that's the future. You know, you can't just have music without visual. So once we've got that part in-house, then you're representing culture. So I had that vision before 2000, and it's only really been here proper 5 and maybe 2-3 years. And I say as a department, but the results have to come out more than I say it's proper on it. But you can have something sitting here for years. So I say maybe like 3 years for everything to
get to that point, but they're still building, isn't it? But let me ask you, so you're a DJ and a producer, and you're
Performing arts.
okay.
Performing side of it, music side, like singing,
Writing,
everything.
And filmmaking, you think?
No, like performing, innit?
Oh, performing.
I want to get into filmmaking still, but I've written a scene, a script, basically about my life, innit? So I want that to, if I was supposed to do something in music seriously, I want that to run alongside it, innit?
Okay, and you?
Yeah, writer and performer as well.
Writer and performer. You're a teacher?
Yeah, I'm the supervisor.
Okay, good.
Yeah, DJ and produce.
DJ and produce?
Yeah. Engineer and producer.
Engineer and producer. But I'm performing.
Photographer.
Yeah.
Paparazzi.
Okay, so how can I help you today, being what information do you need to get from me to help you
All right.
with what you need
the
to
lowest
achieve?
budget. The lowest budget, yeah. For all right. What's your because you do the filming side as well, innit? Shooting videos and stuff. What's the lowest budget for a video? And what kind of quality are we talking about?
Okay, you can do a music video for free.
For free?
You can do a music video for free. It might look like shit, but you can do a music video for free, yeah? But it's like, if you want to do like, I've shot videos with this camera, PD150, yeah? And you can do it in the daytime, you don't have to have lights. So a camera person, the camera and tape. So I did a project using that camera, which basically was for free. But it's now number 2, it was number 4. There's a video website called Video C.
Yeah.
You know of it? It's like the box on the internet. Yeah, I'll show it to you in a minute. And I've done a video that was basically that's number 4 on that chart right now. Yeah. But and really it just really was my time, you know. And there's people who are big names in the national charts who are beneath it.
Okay.
But you got to make sure you got whatever it is, it's got to look good.
Yeah.
It's got to be quality. You can do something for free and look shit.
But what I'm saying is, though, there's a difference between the film as well, innit? Like,
okay, this is videotape, yeah?
So
that's broadcast quality, that's a blue chip. That's what they use for video diaries or MTV.
Okay.
Yeah? If you're gonna do like something like EastEnders or proper
Yeah,
TV
yeah,
program,
yeah,
that's you
where
like to
it's-
Digibeta.
So
yeah?
wait, so
and
when you're talking about-
they use that on music videos as well. This is like a Channel U video.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
the
that's
difference.
Channel U.
Because
Digibeta is like
MTV video.
slamming Channel U video, yeah? And then I'll show you some in a minute, yeah? And then up from that is new technology, HD, which is videotape but slightly cheaper, but it's good quality. So it's a standard video on this, couple grand, yeah? People can do it for more, people can do it for less. A standard video on a Digibeta, 5 grand. Standard video in HD, about 7 grand. People probably they can do it for more, do it for less, depending on who you're talking to. But that's what I would charge people, and I know I can give you a slamming job, yeah? And then the standard video on film. Now, film is what they use for films or MTV, an MTV base, yeah? That's 16mm film. That is, you're talking 10 grand.
Whoa, you see, that's nuts.
I'll show you it in a minute.
Yeah.
16mm is a format. That's like an English film or English music video.
How long is the film, though?
35. How long?
How long is the film?
No, that's the format. That's the
format,
thing. Like this is
sorry.
video.
Yeah.
If the format is film, you shoot it on a reel.
Yeah.
And then America, Usher and P Diddy do them on 35mm. That's what they use to make blockbuster movies. Well, you could do. I've done a 35mm one for about 15 grand. But Americans, they don't know those type of money. It's more like 50. It's more like 100 grand, 200 grand. People like us do videos for $1 million.
You see the kind of one that they use on the Adidas adverts and the Nike adverts. Make it like dark.
He's got one CD. Looking for my bucket list. I didn't feel like I got a hole in my pocket already. Just hearing that, boy. Burning crazy.
Innit though? Made one tune, put it on CD, sold it, made a couple £1 million. That's how you pay for that video. Can't just pay for a video like that, man. That's bad.
You gotta be making it first, man.
I want this to look like it was shot in Jamaica. There's a cold flipping English day, innit?
Yeah.
So I was going to make it warm because it's a reggae tune. Reggae tunes are warm. It's got it needs to have a certain tone. That's how I look at film. You know your craft and you approach it in your own unique way, yeah? And my way is, one of my ways is that I look at colour and I look at culture. Like I put a lot of in the attitude, the energy, the fashion, the style. My things are always full of energy or full of vibes. That's how I am. You know? So the colour's there still. So that's why you have to kind of use the information that you get from other areas. You know what I mean? That's why you just can't be one thing.
Yeah, one
You know what I mean?
track,
Because
yeah.
I'm a director, but who I know about grading. Do you know what I mean? So when I do the proper low budget things, I can grade it myself.
So how much did they pay for this?
This was about $6 video. And yeah. But I don't know, people don't, I mean, everybody likes Savannah, but no one says, boy, this looks like it's half the price of Savannah. You know what I mean? Everyone's like, oh, I like the LOC video. Yeah, but they like something, they might not, they might register it doesn't have the same quality, but if they like the vibe, you can kind of...
Is it because of the music or
It's a combination. If there's enough things like the editing's like boom, boom, boom. With the Savannah, I brought in a professional editor and he sat with me. With the Savannah, I brought in a professional editor and he sat with me and edited the Savannah, yeah? So I listened to what he had to say and I learned from him. When I did this job, they actually gave me 48 hours. So I called up in the office Friday afternoon and said, could you shoot this video on Sunday? I said, I don't know, but I had to give it a go. So I had 4 hours to get this video together and I couldn't actually get an editor in time, so I had to edit this as well. So everything that I learned, again, from that guy, I incorporated into this one. But to me, this part gets better down here because we brought in lights here, that was all natural lighting. So it has, and the lights, I made sure I brought in lights that will make them look good. So the second half to me, it goes up a gear, the quality. Yeah, it's more expensive the second part, isn't it? In English, when you're in England, when you're shooting on road, the English sunlight just isn't very complimentary. You know what I mean? It's cheap, like life is hard. And then you've got a day like this, like life is hard, man. So you just have to bear those things in mind because it will make your video look cheap. I'm not saying don't use sunlight, but boy, you have to make sure you know your craft. That's your lighting person.
We use a lot of lights on when we a lot of lights.
Outside, yeah, you have to. That's the look of your video. That's your craft, you know. Okay, let me show you the free one. I'll show it to you here and I'll show it to you. It is very much for a youth thing, you know, so we brought a lot of youths in there as well.
Oh, I wish I was a punk rocker with flowers in my...
Right, this
that advert there with that woman just singing there.
Oh, that wasn't me. This one, this is this site called Video C. The site called Video C, yeah? This is like the box on the internet. They have a chart. This is the alternative music chart. So this is the video I'm going to show you. This is Gladyscape. It's number 4. And its current average rating is number 9. And other people in this chart is like Nickelback, it's a big American group. And Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's like number 9. So the Red Hot Chili Peppers video will be about 50 grand, I would assume. But definitely, yeah, do you know what I mean?
You sure that with that, yeah?
No, but this one, this video I'm going to show you now.
What I was just not seeing, like, was that you?
Where?
What?
Track there?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
What are you doing? You're doing some video?
Yeah, I was and this called 7 and MDMB are time to come and follow them, come to see your jet sky running and stuff.
Yeah. What are they going to do? Are they going to put it on a...
What happened, they're doing put a gun down, giving them a CD. Yeah, so it's time, some kind of stuff. So I like to like that. Yeah? So what do you do, reggae or show?
Nah, right now I'm doing a DVD still, you know, just some version in America. I drop like I put together some mixtapes from over here and send for some version over there, yeah? And then you want street mixtapes and them and then like the mixtapes that I dropped that I put together, yeah? I just come over here, so I don't really have it back over here like I used to live over there and stuff. And I just coming over here and getting in the city. So I'm looking to see if I'm looking to drop a DVD to go with my mixtape. You know what I mean? Like, and then some of the artists, because half that song that come out with this youth, man, that we are just a little bit. Never hear that in America. It never was.
You have a card or something?
No, I just reach over here. What I could do is I could give you my number, you know. I just reach over and
write it down for me.
Yeah, alright, just now. You have a pen inside there and a paper?
Because I can phone it, I can do my program and start radio.
Yeah, man. I do.
You are making it not running. And I play everything so bad before it's busy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know, I deal with the soca, but the soca ain't really push the money, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean?
Because nobody really do it with the proper way.
I see best pen, yeah?
But you have paper, you have paper.
Yeah, you have paper. Right, double number.
Yeah, man, my name is Akeem.
My name is Kareem.
My email address?
No, go ahead, but you have one.
No, I have one. You want to email me?
As soon as I get back now, I'll send you an email so you can save it so you know. Mine won't come from Sound Radio.
Okay, I'm fine.
Alright, okay, nice meeting you.
Okay.
Alright, thanks. Alright.
Let's do talk and read to him.
That's good.
have to
Hey,
talk,
and now it's here to me.
Filming? Oh my days. Yeah, even though there's no mic, but you know.
Turn around to me a little bit more.
I
Okay,
know.
that's good.
So you can work it out.
I wish for the microphone.
The mic is right up on the hive there, man.
Get me? Huh? You say on the hype?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No.
The next one as well,
I'm not talking about the actual program, I'm talking about like your
all our artworks and everything.
Means quite a lot of work.
But now we're like I said, we're moving on.
Yeah.
Because we've got all our analog shit
Yeah.
from time.
Yeah.
You know, this is all our analog shit. So now we're having now to concentrate on plugins.
Okay, yeah, because that's
Thank
where,
you.
that's
So
where,
that's where, you
yeah,
understand?
that's where
And that's where the selling point is at
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
So here's a picture.
No, yeah, got the other type. You know the device type.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
There's a VCR, but that's next door. But we got two more for in here. So you got the ADAT in here as well. So we have that ADAT, Pro Tools, and Logic running in here. Next door has got ADAT. I'll show you next door in a moment.
Do you run MPCs from here as well?
Yeah. Right, so this is it.
Man, like when you find that you had a whole up, man.
I'm coming from home, you know.
What do you mean?
AKG,
Neumann.
I swear this is my house.
Tony, you lot didn't, someone met Tony right something here, but this is Tony Roughcut. Okay? Big producer. Producer all tune with Barry Hammond and all that, Gregory Isaac.
Yeah, Tony. Bless. Yes.
Video for Channel U. So, you know, you just got to know your market and how it can work. So, the obvious answer is yes, but you have to know what you're doing. Because it's not just the video, because your video has to play on the television, but if you're playing on the radio,
it don't make sense. It has to run in concurrent.
I brought this video I did here to this latest video I did. And they're going, well, I like the video. The video's nice. I like the tracks. So tell me when you get it on when you get it on radio, come back to me. So what do you mean you're a video channel? If you like the video, put the video on the TV. It doesn't work like that. I want to know what's happening on radio. Otherwise, I'm not going to support your tracks. Right? So it's like the video does so, but it's not automatically mean.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like the Savannah one, everybody liked the video, but it didn't get much radio play.
Yeah, like, a lot of
that's why I know about Savannah in a sense, because I've known him like personally, and it's like one of the videos really kicking that much, but the sales is coming from.
But like, a lot of the videos on Channel U don't get played on radio as well. Like
they don't, but it's like Channel U is. I think it's a profile thing. I don't know if you make a lot of money from Channel U, but it's like the beginnings of something. Maybe it's 3 to 5 years.
Channel U is basically just to get yourself noticed. Like, really.
Yes.
It's an intro.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna make no money off of like a video of a Channel U video. You need to get on MTV.